welcome to winter. I think it's about 11 degrees. It's the 15th of June. I've got my big winter coat on and a jumper on. Sienna, very much in season. Very much not a happy bunny. Had a tough week, haven't we, dear? Yes. Someone has been miserable. Miserable, cross, attention-seeking, demanding. Not bothered to ride her. It's a Saturday, by the way. Not bothered to ride her because there would be no point. She's not in the right frame of mind for it. So we've just been leading her out this week. But yes, you've been a joy, haven't you? Mr. Coop's continued his itching. He got wet earlier in the week, and even that seemed to upset his skin even more. So you're still looking like an absolute mess, aren't you, sunshine? I'm planning a ride. I'd like to go through the fields. I will get there, I promise. We're about to go. She's got her tongue stuck out. I want to go like out on some grass or something, but I need an extra pair of hands with me to open some gates, and so far I can't tempt anyone out. So I think I might have to do a boring road hack, which I'm not too pleased about. I could go really far afield and go in some woods, but I think we'd be looking at like a 3 to 3.5 hour ride, and I'll be honest, I don't really fancy that today. The weather is really manky. It's not appealing to me right this second, and also we'd have lots of gates to do as well, and I'm just not convinced I can do these two. Not actually showing anyone. These two, where are you? Down there. These two and gates on my own, not small ones. This is the damage Sienna's done to my door this week. I mean, she's always had some marks here, but she's really gone for it. She really got her teeth into it in her anger. Oh dear. I love that she shows the kind of annoyance on her face. Like, she's got such a soft face as a man. Sometimes you turn and she just looks so peed off. I'm just like, oh dear. It's just such a rough week, isn't it? It really is. Right, I'm going to go and ride and get wet. I've managed to persuade my mother to come out, even though it's raining. So we could go on a slightly more enjoyable ride and go on the grass and take Sienna over a stone bridge for the first time. And so, yeah, very excited, very happy. We just needed to stop raining because she's not going to get out the car otherwise. But yeah, so Mr. Coop got his ears pricked. And Madam here, in about 10 minutes, she'll be very happy because she's going to be somewhere new. Other than the need to snack, this grass is brilliant because it's so long and wet. It's really making Senna lift, so it's a really good workout for her as well. But yeah, isn't it so beautiful? This is all I want to do when I go out hacking, just be out in lovely fields like this. It's so gorgeous. You know the reason you end up with poo all over your face and your forelock and your ears is because the way you lay, your head is always directly by your poo. Honestly, she always has poo all over her face. Are you alright this morning? This is where she's been digging. It's her new favourite thing. It's her way to call me in the morning. If she thinks it's time for me to get out and get her out in the field, even if that's 5 o'clock in the morning, somebody starts digging, don't they? It's rather annoying. Oh dear. It's a tough life being a horse, isn't it? Especially being a Sienna horse. I thought I'd bring you guys along for another lovely ride in the sunshine, in beautiful surroundings, this time with Mr. Chucky. My plan was to go down to the stream and then have a ride through the fields. However, you'll see a little bit further along why that didn't quite plan out as I'd wished. But never mind, we still had a lovely ride. And I think I'll really enjoy looking back over these kind of vlogs when I'm old and grey, just seeing where I used to go out riding and so on. I wasn't expecting that. What do you reckon, Choc? I didn't think they'd run away. Yeah. Do you know what? I don't like doing cows in fields. I don't think it's worth it. And no, I keep starting this little video clip with morning. It's not morning, it's afternoon. I've done that like 5 times. I keep going morning, no, afternoon, guys. It's Thursday. It's the longest day of the year, sunlight hours wise, which I feel a smidge sad about. I'm not gonna lie. It's like downhill from now on. I know I'm being a little bit dramatic there, being that it's only just summer. But yeah, it's that turning point. It's just back in the wrong direction. I don't like it. But it is gorgeous today. It is very toasty warm. Little B and I are just finishing our ride. We've been rather attacked by the horseflies though. I've gone a bit like crazy with the arms, like flapping around and trying to constantly hit my legs and hit my arms to make sure none of them actually settle and bite. Just that time of year, isn't it? Just that time of year. But it's a bit like when someone's like says their kids have got nits and suddenly you feel really itchy. It's the same with horseflies. When they're all around, you just constantly think they're landing on you and you just go a bit crazy. Just had such a strange situation. So in that last clip, I was riding B back home. That was on a private driveway. Anyway, a car started coming towards me. The drive has about 6 houses on it. So car started coming towards me, so I pulled B onto the verge and just stopped, and assuming the car would just go past, but the car didn't. It stopped next to me, and I noticed who it was. Like, I don't know this person personally, but I know who they are. They're an older lady. They're one of those that thinks they kind of rule the roost. own the whole estate. They don't, not in the slightest, but they sort of act like they do. Anyway, she hung her head out of the window and in a really firm, like telling off type of voice said, "You shouldn't be wearing that." And I was like genuinely perplexed because I was looking at what I was wearing and I was thinking, had a fluorescent jacket on, had a hat on, had riding boots on. I didn't have gloves on, but I was only going for a hack. So, I mean, I didn't even trot. So I didn't feel like I needed personally to be wearing gloves. Anyway, so I was genuinely like, couldn't understand what she was looking at. And I was thinking, what am I wearing that's so offensive? Anyway, she's like, "You should have long sleeves on. You should have a shirt on." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So you can see I've got short sleeves on here. And I was like, okay. And she's like, "It's so dangerous to ride like that." She's like, "Because when you fall off, you're going to graze all your arms and you'll end up with skin grafts." That's no jokes. That's what she said to me. And I was like, oh. I didn't really know what to say, so I just didn't really say anything. And she kept saying, "When you fall off." And I was thinking, please don't keep insinuating I'm about to fall off. Yeah, she knew somebody who had had a nasty fall on the road and had ended up with skin grafts. So I think it came from a kind of nice place, but she was telling me off. There was no doubt about it. It wasn't said in a particularly nice manner. And I just didn't really know what to say to her, really. I just didn't say anything in the end. I mean, when she was saying about the skin grafts, I was like, oh, it was an awful accident for that person. But I was like, I'm not about to start riding in long sleeves. I'm not about to start riding in a shirt. That's just not something I'm going to wear out. And I do understand it is a risk. And obviously, if I did fall on the road, then it's going to really hurt. But I'm not sure I agree on a stranger telling me off for what I was wearing, you know, especially like I say when I had a hat on and a fluorescent jacket and all that. I was like, And do you know what's even more funny is her nieces are on this estate and they are older than me and they ride out in strappy tops. So I'm like, maybe start your telling off with your family members first before starting to pick on strangers. Yes, that's interesting. No one's ever said that to me before. I've had people say don't be on the road, you know, typical drivers like that. And if I've like been riding and leading, I've had the occasional person moan for riding and leading. But other than that, I've never been told off for what I was wearing. Yeah, that's a new one. Morning, guys. I'm out on Miss Sienna here. We're just going for a very short ride. She hasn't actually been out hacking on her own for nearly 2 weeks, which is my fault. She was in season last week and she's so delicate when she's in season. It wasn't worth attempting to hack her out on her own. And then this week work's just been really busy. I did sit on her in the arena the other day. What are you looking at? But that's it. So I thought, oh gosh, I need to get her out. And the poor thing, within the first literally minute or two of being out, we saw a bus, a sprayer and a tractor with a bin on the back. I just thought, not very helpful. Not very helpful, bless her, but she coped, but you can just feel she's quite unsure today and she's just not feeling the most confident. But you know, we'll get there. She's still being a good girl, bless her. Anyway, I'm going to finish the vlog there because I think it's already nearly at 15 minutes and I don't have enough storage on my phone to make my vlogs any longer. So I will see you again very soon.